Recently, I made a video showing how I tie a fur leader. So in this video, David will demonstrate how he does his fur leader. Now the difference is his leader is much neater. One less knot. In terms of effectiveness, both are the same. Both are strong, both works the same. But they both have their own difficulty, if you can say that, the way it's tied. So watch this and choose which one you prefer.
Furled leaders. Why do we tie furled leaders? I don't know. I just tied them. The recipe is usually 50%. 50% furl, 50% straight. We try not to put any knots in it to weaken it. So here we go. I'm going to take for a 9, any given application, freshwater application. I'm tying this with 30 pounds, so that's easier to see. That's one. That's two. And that's three. So after three, I'm just going to cut this off. I won't need the rest. Right. Now, here comes the crummy part. I take one. Remember, there's two other parts there. So this is the middle. I'm going to just twist this now. All right. This is the tough part. You got to ensure that the two tag ends don't spin too much. So every time you spin this, just have a look at this tag ends. Make sure that they're not spinning too much. All right. The tighter you spin this, the more effective it is as a fur leader. You don't want to have it too loose. Right? Doesn't help that it's against my white t-shirt, does it?
Yep. Nice t-shirt though.
Thank you. Here has my Pucci fly on it. Thank God. Immortalized my Pucci fly. All right. I'm usually tying this because there are no commercially made leaders for some of the crazy fishing we do, which requires 30 pound, 40 pound, even 50 pound leaders. Right. Keep going. Name yourselves.
Yeah. It's the irritating part in my thing is twisting. But it's not a big issue.
Okay. Little more and we're done with the I don't know. I can't do too many of this in one go because my fingers kind of hurt. So I do one a day, one in the morning, one in the evening with an upcoming trip. And we are almost done.
So roughly how long was the whole length of the leader when you started?
This is 5
Okay.
feet, 5.5 feet.
Times 3.
I'm sorry, 15 feet. So
now about 5 feet, which is full.
yeah. And then there will be another 5 feet, which is not. So that will give you around 10 feet or 9 feet leader. Okay, so that's done. It's nice and tight. I keep nice and tight. So now we're going to tie a Rapala knot, a normal Rapala knot, like how you tie hook. I'll make a right. That's it. I'm going to make an overhead knot. Yeah. You go through that and make your overhead knot. Tighten your overhead knot.
Overhand.
Overhand, sorry. Okay. Take a tag. Slide it into the overhand knot. Right. Tighten that down a bit. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4 is plenty. Slide it through. And that should all tighten up very, very nicely. That's it. All right. All right, just move it down a bit. Tighten everything. Okay, so on this end, you can put a loop and attach your tip pad, or you want to fish it straight. Most of the time, I fish it straight. On this end, I don't want to put in another loop. What I do is I make a little hole here. Right? I pull it through. That's one. I go down, I make it another hole, make another hole here. Hold that in. Pull that through. Now, for 30 pounds, you can stop at 2. All right? If you are tying thinner, go 3. Take the end, slide it through this loop at the end here.
You don't tighten it, just show the...
Yeah. All right. So I put it in. That's how it looks.
All right.
Now what I do is I just tighten this out. Give me this. Do it better. All right. Right. You got a loop at the end.
I interrupt David for a bit. This part here, where he threads this through the line to make a loop for the loop-to-loop connection to the fly line. Now, he uses a tweezer. If you are wondering whether we can do it without any tool, no tweezer, yes, it can. A little bit difficult, but it can be done. Now, why I raise this is I always try to, if I can, do things without having to need any tool, so that, when we are on the field by the riverside, if we need to do this during a fishing trip, we won't feel like we have to rely on the tool. There's no handicap. We can just do things whenever possible without any tools. So I'm going to show you how that can be done without the tweezer. All right. So you just need to press and twist it a little bit, and you soon have a little opening there. Of course, if you have a long fingernails, that will help a bit more, but as you can see, I don't have that long fingernail either. And then just move a bit down and then do the same thing, just press down and push the line apart. And you insert the end with the loop into this hole, squeeze it a bit. Don't tighten it yet. And then you double the line, pull it through the loop, just pull the whole leader out. Then there was your tippet part, and then just hold the end of the loop. Pull to tighten. So you have a loop here without any knot. So this is the loop that you connect to your fly line. That's it. Can be done without any tools or tweezer. Hope that helps.
The loop is not supposed to be that small, but you can make it bigger. All right, and that's your fur leader. So there's no knot here. As you put your fly line into this, you loop to loop your fly line. There's no knot here. Everything just folded on itself. All right, the only knot is this, which still maintains the full strength. It's just tied onto the main line. All right, and of course there's one knot here at the end when you tie your fly. But that's my fur leader. Yep. The loop's not supposed to be that small though. Okay, snake, become bigger. Yes, thank you.
All right. Thanks for sharing that. Looks nice and clean and neat.